Hey guys, I'm Aleximo, and recently I did a video making new teams for Ash in every region he traveled through. And honestly, it was really fun, so I decided to make a sequel video where I give all of his companions new teams. So basically, I'll just be going through every companion and giving them a new team that I think fits them better than what they had originally. Now before I do that, there's just a couple ground rules I want to go over. So the first rule is that I don't really have to worry about starter Pokemon. I'm not going to give Brock a Marshtomp just to have someone have a Mudkip just because I never thought Marshtomp fit him. And also, I'm not going to be sticking to teams of 6. I'm not going to be giving Misty a Goldeen just to give her 6 Pokemon. If I give Misty 2 Pokemon, she gets 2 Pokemon. If I give her 6, she gets 6. I'm not worrying about giving everyone 6 Pokemon. That out of the way, I hope you enjoy the video. So the first companion is Misty, and I gave her Staryu, Psyduck, Politoed, Cursula, Gyarados, and Togepi. For the most part here, I just got rid of some of her random Pokemon like Goldeen, but the main addition I have here is Gyarados. She would catch it right after the Orange Islands, and they would go to the Cerulean Gym before going off to Johto, and the Cerulean Blues episode would take place in the original series here, and Misty would befriend Gyarados and catch it to add it to her team, giving her some more development throughout the original series. I think it was definitely a missed opportunity for Misty not to get Gyarados in the original series. Now, Brock's kind of a weird case because he traveled with Ash in the original series, Advanced Generation, and Diamond and Pearl, so I'm going to give him 3 different teams for each part of his travels. First off being original series, where he has Steelix, Kabuto, Vulpix, Fortress, and Blissy. Now, a lot of these Pokemon are the same as before, and I did get rid of some of his more random ones, like Geodude, but for the ones I did keep, and for the new additions, let me talk about them now. Steelix is here because I think he should evolve his Onix on screen. Misty's Politoed was able to evolve without trading, so Brock's Steelix can evolve without trading as well if we wanted to, which I do. Next is Kabuto, which would replace Geodude as his smaller rock-type Pokemon. It would probably be out of its Pokeball most of the time, and I just think it fits Brock more than a random Geodude. The final addition is Blissy, which might sound weird, but basically this is so that he can work at his Pokemon Doctor goal a lot earlier in the series, and throughout AG and Diamond and Pearl, I'm going to be giving him more Pokemon focus to being a Pokemon Doctor, rather than being a rock-type expert, just because I think there was a lot of misdevelopment for him being a Pokemon Doctor. So he would catch Chansey maybe around the Safari Zone, it would evolve sometime through Johto, and it would eventually become one of his main Pokemon for Pokemon Doctor related tasks. Next up is AG Brock, where he has Fortress, Blissey, Kirlia, and Bonsly. So he would take Fortress and Blissey with him from original series. He took Fortress with him originally, so I just added Blissey there for his Pokemon Doctor related stuff, and he would still catch Bonsly. The new addition here is Kirlia. He would originally catch it as a Ralts, which would be Max's Ralts to take care of in the beginning of the series, but near the end of Hone it would evolve into Kirlia and start helping out with Pokemon Doctor tasks, and Bonsly would replace Ralts as Max's Pokemon to take care of. I just think that Kirlia could fit Brock as a Pokemon Doctor related Pokemon. There aren't many like healing type Pokemon in Hoenn, so I decided to go with Kirlia, and the reason I didn't fully evolve into Gardevoir is because I'm actually going to have him take it with him to Sinnoh, which I will go over now. His Diamond and Pearl team would be Gardevoir, Sudowoodo, Croagunk, and Chingling. He would take Gardevoir and Sudowoodo with him from the Battle Frontier, but evolve them both in this series, Gardevoir being his main Pokemon Doctor-related Pokemon, and Sudowoodo being his main battle Pokemon. The new addition here is Chingling. Now I couldn't give him Happiny because he already caught a Blissey earlier, so Chingling would be the new baby Pokemon of the group. Its main move would be Heal Bell, which it uses for Pokemon Doctor-related tasks, but it would still be similar to Happiny in personality and its role in Brock's team. Next up is May, and I gave her Blaziken, Beautifly, Munchlax, Wartortle, Eevee, and Altaria. So this is mainly her original team, with a couple cut Pokemon and a couple new additions. So the first new addition is Wartortle, because I'm going to be having her evolve her Squirtle into Wartortle throughout the Battle Frontier saga. I really like Wartortle as a Pokemon, so I'm using some personal bias and giving it to May a little earlier than Diamond and Pearl. Next is Altaria. She would of course catch the injured Swablu from True Blue Swablu and use it as an Altaria in her contests. Of course there's some personal bias here, as you all know my favorite Pokemon is Altaria, but May really deserved to catch this Pokemon, so I'm giving it to her. Next up is Dawn. Her team is going to be Piplup, Baneri, Pachirisu, Mamoswine, Togekiss, and Ambipom, and I did not do anything major here. I just got rid of Heart Gold and Soul Silver promotion the Pokemon and made her keep her Ambipom like she should have. Next up is Iris, and I gave her Fracture, Hydreigon, and Archeops, and I know there are a lot of big changes here, so let me go over why I chose these Pokemon. First off is Fracture. It would still be Iris' Axew for the majority of the series, but it would evolve into Fracture sometime around the Unova League, or maybe even in the Declar Islands. Iris' Axew always wanted to evolve, so it was definitely a missed opportunity for it to evolve during the Black and White series. Next up is Hydreigon, who is going to be taking the role of Excadrill, but actually as a Dragon type. Iris will reveal she has a Zweilous near the beginning of the series, but it is disobedient, and that she actually caught it as a Dino prior, but it evolved prior to the series. It'll eventually come around to her, become one of her main Pokemon, and eventually evolve into Hydreigon, taking on more of the Dragonite role, and being her main battler. And the final addition is Archeops. It's not a dragon type, but it's very dragon-like and she has one in the game, so I decided to give it to her. She would catch it in that one Arc and Filler episode, would become a main battler for her, and eventually evolve into Archeops under her care. For Silent, I'm giving him Pansage, Servine, and Petalil, and I really hope you watched my video where I gave Ash new teams, because in his Unova team, I got rid of his Snivy and his Scraggy, and basically with Silent's team, I'm basically giving him those Pokemon. Servine will be Snivy, but he'll evolve it and battle with it more, and Petalil will take the role of Scraggy as the baby Pokemon of the group. Next is Clement, and I decided to give him Heliolisk, Luxray, Magnezone, and Dedenne. Of course, Luxray stays from before, and Dedenne is Bonnie's Pokemon, but let me explain the other two a bit. So for Heliolisk, he would actually use this on his main team, and it would have the same personality as Bunnelby and basically just replace Bunnelby, but actually be an electric type and actually be a Pokemon he used in the games. And then there's Magnezone. Now Magnezone would stay at his gym. Since Heliolisk is with him, Magnezone would be the replacement for the gym Pokemon, and he would use Magnezone in his battle against Ash, but that's it. Next up is Serena, and I decided to give her Braixen, Pancham, Sylveon, and Amora. This is her same team as before, but I added Amora just because I think this is the Pokemon that fits her. She would catch it in that one Amora filler episode, and she would use its Ice-type moves in her showcases for some interesting performances. Next up is Kyowe, and his team will be Charizard, Turtonator, and Marowak, and I know you're probably thinking that this is the exact same team he had before, but there's actually a change here. I'm actually making his Charizard be a main part of his team. In the original Sun and Moon, it was really just a ride Pokemon, and then in the middle of the Pony Island arc, they decided, oh yeah, this is actually a part of his team. So in this version of the series, he would actually use Charizard all the time, and it would be one of his main Pokemon for battling. Next up is Lana, and she will have Primarina and Araquanid. I freaking hate her Eevee, so I'm giving her a Dewpider instead, which will have the same role. And before the league, it would evolve into Araquanid, and this would be another main battler. She could use it in the Battle Royale preliminary rounds, or maybe she would use it against Guzma for an epic bug battle, but regardless, it just makes a lot more sense to give her Games Ace than that stupid Eevee. I hate that Eevee so much, oh my god. Next up is Lily, and all I'm doing is evolving her Vulpix into Ninetales. She has the Ice Stone, and really it would just complete Vulpix's character arc to evolve. Now I'm not sure when it would evolve exactly, maybe after it masters the Z move, maybe before she battles Gladion, or maybe right before she leaves to find her father. But either way, it was a missed opportunity that they didn't have Vulpix evolve during the Sun and Moon series. Next up is Mallow, and she will have Serena and Fomantis. I always thought it was weird that she randomly got a mythical Pokemon, so instead of giving her Shaman, she'll have Fomantis and she'll actually catch it on Pony Island. And this will just have the exact same role as Shaman, same personality, same role, same everything, and it'll just be her secondary Pokemon. But of course she wouldn't release it at the end because she actually caught it, and it isn't a mythical Pokemon. And now we have Sophocles, who I am giving Geodude and Vikavolt. Now his Togedemaru was fine, but I didn't really care for it and it wasn't much of a battler, so instead he's going to have Geodude as his main partner Pokemon. It'll have a more abrasive personality, but I think it would have a fun addition to the cast, and it would be more of a battler than Togedemaru ever was. And that was it for this video. I'm not going to be doing Go or Koharu just because their series haven't finished yet, and it's really hard to give a new team to Go since he catches everything, but I guess I could just say he gets Inteleon instead of Synpace. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Tell me in the comments what you thought, how you would do all of these teams, and if you did enjoy this video, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I hope to see you in my next video.